live on 2K Sports. Along with Stan Van Gundy and Hall of Famer Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce will be with us courtside. And it's the Hawks to start out. And that one's good. These are two teams with a clear identity, Grant. Defense is their backbone.
Oh, B.A., I don't expect to see many easy buckets between these two defenses. They're disciplined, hardworking, and gritty. And, of course, they make you work for everything.
Edwards fires from way outside. Sinks it. What range from downtown.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
Now here's Risacher. Pass to Daniels. And here's Alexander Walker. Oh, good D by Edwards.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Johnson. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. The #1 overall pick in 2020. Grant, you think Anthony Edwards has a shot to become the best American-born player in the NBA?
You know, I think his aspiration is higher than that, B.A. He's thinking MVP, face of the league. And if you ask me, he has the talent to do it.
Now here's Johnson.
On defense, Gobert expertly uses his size and length, making himself into a wall.
They get it back. Here's Porzingis. And finally, that one's good.
Have to take care of the defensive boards better than that.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Edwards. Oh, look out! Wow!
Are you kidding? Yeah, Edwards has some big bounce in his step.
Pass to Porzingis. Fires for three. Knocks down the long K. Porzingis has got 7 points in the game.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got... in a rhythm.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul. First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Pass to Alexander Walker. Just 5 on the clock. Count it. Good.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Here's Edwards. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Give him 8 points now.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
And that one drops for him. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Will stand a move by the Hawks to diversify their offense with more cutting and ball movement.
Well, it's made the Hawks tougher to defend and keeps all 5 guys engaged. As prolific as Trae Young is, it's too much to have him do it all by himself.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks a lot, Brian. The Timberwolves have elite shot creation, but it's finding that balance. Anthony Edwards said, "I'm wired to score the ball. I'm going to showcase my game, so it's hard to find that balance of when to pass and when to keep it and try to get going. Sometimes I feel like the right play is me." Back to you.
Fills it up with the best. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Hawks trail by 3. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's a Kongwu. Now here's Daniels. Back to Kennard. Here's a Kongwu. Shoots over Reed. Randall pulls down the board. Here we go. Here's McDaniels. And another basket for Minnesota.
Well, look, if he misses that shot, coach might think of benching him. He's pretty fortunate he got that one to go.
Alexander Walker with the bucket.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, Julius Randall. We could feel the floor shaking on that one.
Outside, Alexander Walker. And stolen by Edwards. DiVincenzo with it. Now guarded by Daniels. Back to Randall. And it's Randall with the jam.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for. Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
And a miss there on the triple. Minnesota leading by 4. To the middle. Stolen by Kennard. Out to the right wing. Pass to Daniels. Right side, Porzingis. Gets it off. No good. Misses at the buzzer. Anthony Edwards has been on display for the Timberwolves. He put together 10 points in the quarter. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. All right, let's quickly break down the game, what we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
They are looking engaged so far, especially on offense.
Yeah, and that's helped them get the lead. But we'll have to see if they can sustain this offensive output.
Now here's Edwards. For 3, DiVincenzo. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Wallace. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Stan, you look at Naz Reid, he gives you some size, but he is a dangerous scorer, especially from the perimeter.
Absolutely, B.A. And also, Reid is one of the most entertaining players to watch. So many deflections, blocks, dunks, hits threes. He does it all.
And a lot of spot-up shooters now, adding a 1-dribble pull-up 3 to the repertoire.
And when you have defenders selling out to contest that catch and shoot, you got to reload, relocate, and let it fly. It's a valuable counter for those long-distance specialists.
And Atlanta has possession after the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago. Newell can't get it to go. Minnesota in the lead. Outside, Ingles. Offensive rebound. And Gobert flushes it home.
Yeah, just what they needed from Gobert. Grabbing the rebound with those long arms and sending it back.
And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here's Wallace. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Man, coach is going to have a few words with him after that shot.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the shot they were looking for. You got to keep the ball moving in that situation.
Now here's Highland. Clock at 6. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Here's Dillingham. Great D that time from Porzingis. Hawks trail by 4. Wallace outside. Pass to Alexander Walker. Rebound Minnesota. McDaniels from long range. Drops in the 3. McDaniels got 5 now.
Well, look, you want to put your guys in a position to succeed. McDaniels is more comfortable operating off the catch than he is initiating.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Outside Porzingis. And again, unable to change momentum here. Minnesota leading by 7. And prior to last season, the Timberwolves had never won a playoff series in consecutive seasons, Dan.
Yeah, and so now they make the conference finals 2 seasons in a row. The most sustained success this franchise has ever known.
And it's Alexander Walker penetrating.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Timberwolves.
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Reed for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Reed's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And so the timeout by Quinn Snyder here. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. Hawks trail by 13. It's Daniels with a drive. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Tons of first step quickness from Daniels.
Outside Highland. Outside McDaniels. And the Timberwolves hit again from deep.
And taking a look at this first half, they've just shown better shot selection.
Yeah, they've done a better job executing offensively, moving the ball and creating high percentage looks.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the board.
Reed, good.
You don't want to leave Reed any space out there. He's an efficient three-point shooter.
Alexander Walker. Pass to Daniels. Reed with the rebound. The Timberwolves lead by 17. Gobert with it. Now Alexander Walker defending. Back to Highland. Here's Gobert. Now McDaniels puts up a deep 3. Porzingis grabs the board. Pass to Rizachet. Takes the 3. Second shot opportunity. And so it's Minnesota leading by 17 at the end of the period. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. Rudy Gobert talked about his objectives. He said, my goal is to be the best defender ever, and now my only focus is to win a championship and to keep impacting my team. Keep trying to make my team the top defense in the league. I think that's the best measure of an all-time defender. Back to you guys.
He can lock it down. Okay, thanks for the report, Allie. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Bones Highland gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him.
I have to admit, it's always a tough decision for the ref on the block charge call.
Now here's Porzingis. 9 points in the game.
Get it, young fella. Dyson Daniels has a lot of tools, showing his hops on that one.
And watching Dyson Daniels over the past year or two, he's really coming to his own, Stan.
Yeah, Brian, sometimes it's just about being in the right situation, in a role that plays to your strength. That's really unlocked some things for him.
Now here's Daniels. 6 points for him. Porzingis misses.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's the shot he typically makes.
Highland with it. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Highland's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, that's what you're looking for. Shots from point-blank range.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the third quarter of basketball. And a slam dunk by Porzingis.
Well, this is what you love to see. Porzingis attacking the rim.
Here's Edwards. And there's the big-time jam as he slams it right over Johnson.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Man, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Here's Rizachet. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels is such a disruptive defender. Inside, outside, he's a pest everywhere.
And despite the size